Hey gang, it's Maria here from hockeytrainingpro.com and goalietrainingpro.com. And what I want to talk to you today a little bit is about your deep neck flexors. And I'm by no means an expert on deep neck flexors, but there's been some interesting anecdotes about how strong deep neck flexors can help reduce the incidence or severity of concussion. So a lot of concussion, and a common misconception is that, you know, a concussion comes from a crank on the head. And yeah, that can be the mechanism, but it's, you know, the brain floats in your skull in a fluid. And so when that gets shaken around, the brain will rattle off the edges of your skull and it'll get injured, get a bruise on it, or, you know, it can get injured. So if we can have less of that kind of whipping effect of the head, you've seen players who haven't even been hit in the head, they've been checked, but their heads snap back and that's caused a concussion. So really simple exercise. You see a lot of times, you know, you might notice it in teammates or even yourself, people have really strong sternocleidomastoid, so kind of these muscles on the outside, you know, sometimes it'll just look like straps coming right down, you know, from behind the jawbone right down sort of to the collarbone. And those will sometimes do too much work. They'll be overdeveloped, and these deeper neck flexors won't be doing as much of the work or as much of the work that they should be doing. So one thing that we sometimes start with just to get people using those deep neck flexors is have people put their fingers on those big, strong, strap-like muscles. So if you know, kind of flex and bring your chin down toward your collarbone, you'll feel them tighten. So you put your fingers across those and try to keep those perfectly relaxed as you just nod with your chin. So you don't want to see any activity in these at all when you do that movement. Then a progression would be, you know, to lie on an incline bench and do a similar type of nodding exercise. But remember, it's just a nod or a rotation really through here. It's not a lift forward. So the progression would be to lie on an incline bench, just set, you know, one notch back from vertical. Again, feeling here and nodding without those sternocleidomastoid kicking in. Then a further progression would be to lie supine, so lie face up on the ground or on a bed, and then do that same nodding exercise, but again, without these turning on. So it's just getting a little bit of awareness of what muscles you're using and getting those deep neck flexors doing a bit of their job and not over-relying on the sternocleidomastoid. So this is Maria from hockeytrainingpro.com and goalietrainingpro.com, where my mission is to help 10,000 players win more games with fewer injuries, even if you don't have the natural ability or genetic gifts of your competitors. Happy training.